was a WBO junior lightweight fight between Shakur Stevenson and Jeremiah Nakathila. Well, fight fans, I'm pretty sure this went the way that most of us expected. A shutout for Shakur Stevenson over Jeremiah Nakathila in the WBO junior lightweight fight. Let's start with some pros and the cons. Let's start with Stevenson. The pros would be he came in using his great boxing skills. He came in using his good defense. He came in using his good foot speed, his good hand speed and hand movement. And he did flash a little power here and there. The cons would be I really thought that he would turn it up a little bit in this fight, and it would have been nice for him to have a guy in front of him who I think that he could have put a little more pressure on, and he just seemed to refuse to. He seemed to refuse to want to get hit. And I'm not saying I wanted him to get hit, but he just refused to take a little chances. You see how proud he was of that little tiny mouse under his eye at the end of the fight. As for Nakathila, the pros would be he did stand tall in front of Stevenson, who he was taller than. He did lean on his back foot a lot. And what I mean by that is he made Stevenson, the shorter man with the shorter arms, somewhat hard to hit by leaning on his back foot. But the cons for Jeremiah would be no offense. I know a lot of that had to do with Shakur Stevenson, but the man just had no offense. For a man who has, I'm going to be honest, I don't remember his record. I think he had like 17 knockouts in like 20 or 24 fights, something like that. That's a high knockout percentage. He didn't show to me at all in this fight that he was interested at all in trying to knock Shakur Stevenson out. To be honest, the only round that he really did something in was the 12th round. Let's talk about the fight a little bit. It pretty much was a chess match, not just for the first 2 to 3 rounds, but pretty much the whole fight. Like I said in my pros and cons, Shakur Stevenson seemed that he had no desire to take any chances in there with Nakathila, and Nakathila pretty much did the same. We did get a knockdown when Shakur Stevenson caught him with a check right hook. I believe that was the third round. Where he caught him with that check right hook and knocked him down. I thought that might be a sign of things to come, but it was not. And pretty much that was as exciting as the fight got. Let's just move right to where we want to go from here. I think it was Oscar Valdez that Shakur Stevenson said he wants to fight. Fine. Let's see him get in there with a bigger name guy, someone who's going to take a little more of a chance and give him a little more of a challenge. At this point in Stevenson's career, I just want to see him take some more challenges. Now, don't get me wrong. He is a good fighter, on the borderline of being a very good fighter, but you got to pick it up a little bit, especially when you're in there with a guy who's at least a class below you. Other than that, fight fans, that's really all I have. Give me your thoughts on it. Did you enjoy the fight? Did the fight go the way you wanted to go? And what do you want to see Shakur Stevenson do from here on out? If you haven't already, like and subscribe, hit the notification bell so we can keep talking boxing. Other than that, fight fans, that's all I got. Holla at y'all later.